I am the owner of the Old Rectory in Killyman. It's a wedding and corporate venue. We actually, myself and Paul, my husband, we bought this venue in 2016, but it actually was just as our home then, and we never the intention to turn it into a venue. That happened by accident. We started renovating in 2018, and then we were due to open in 2020. So we're involved in every aspect of the venue, so it's on the days of the events themselves, the afters, the befores. We're probably the last people on site most nights, so we're really involved in every detail that goes on here. So I would say probably the Rectory itself we're passionate about, because we actually bought this to be our forever home. So we fell in love with the property before it ever turned into a business. So for us, it's really like keeping the Rectory going and sort of trying to protect it so that it has stood the test of time this far. So we just want to keep it going. We're always planting at it. We're like weatherproofing all of the old buildings, and we've sort of brought them back to what they should be. And I suppose for the motivation, it's just the people that come here, like they're the bread and butter of this place. It's the people that come to us, that trust us with their big days, like all life events and big occasions. They are the ones that sort of keep us going to try and make the Rectory to be the best that it can. So without them, it wouldn't work. Getting this going was probably it was a massive challenge on its own. There was a lot of blood, sweat and tears went into it. But then once we were ready to launch, 2020 was to be our first proper trading year. We were closed a week after we were supposed to open. So I remember kind of sitting and thinking, what have we done? So COVID just kind of put the stalls on us for a bit. And navigating through that was really difficult, because it was like an unprecedented time that nobody really knew what to do. And we were new into this whole field as it was. So for us, definitely was a massive challenge, but we got over it and here we are. For things that I would have did differently, probably would have just sort of stood back a bit and realised that nothing's ever fixed at 3 o'clock in the morning whenever you're riddled with anxiety and panicking. I think I would look back into every situation and sort of take it each day as it comes, rather than looking ahead to all the eventualities that may never happen. I think sometimes positive things can come out of challenging times, and for us we probably made the biggest changes that the Rectory had ever seen at the period that we were closed, because if weddings had been going, we wouldn't have been able to do all the gardens again or make the TP and do that there. So I think there's always silver linings, so remember that's probably the best thing. For me, I would say that I'm inspired by a lot of different things or people in different ways. So I think anybody that can kind of come over like adversity or turn something that's been really hard into a positive experience for themselves but others is amazing. I think how people balance and juggle all the sort of things that are thrown at us is such a good quality. It's brilliant for people to do. I'm very lucky, I've got great friends, and my family are very, very supportive. My mummy's probably the biggest rock to me, and she has come over a lot in her life and she pushes forward. She launched her own business, catering business, in about 2020 as well. She took the leap of faith herself, so I think even at that age it's maybe not easy, but she done it and she's flying, and she would do a lot of events here with us as well. So yeah, she's probably my biggest person. I think for me it's just go for it. Nothing, it's not always easy, and there's definitely going to be challenges on the way, but if you believe in something enough, it's worth a shot, and you'll always look back with regret if you don't give it a go. Surround yourself with people that really support you and genuinely want you to do the best for yourself, and feed off their positivity. I think that it's important to remember that nobody's going to judge you for trying, and if they do, they're not really people you need. So I would just say go for it. For me, that's probably it's something that I have to work on every day. I think it's more of a destination, or a journey rather than a destination. I have found that instead of being swamped by things, I set goals I make realistic goals. Like, I would love to do everything I want to do here tomorrow, but it's not going to happen like that. So I think it's fair to give yourself time and know that you're always working towards an end goal. I think knowing your limits is very important. So if you are feeling a bit swamped, it's okay to step back and say to people, right, this is where I need people to help. And I think as well, your social circles have a lot for your personal development. I think surround yourself with people that are really there for you, people that push you on, but likewise it's important to give that back to them. So the qualities that I look for in people is, I think it's really important to celebrate the successes of others. In the industry that we're in, we are involved in the life events of people, so that comes in many forms, whether it's through their work and it's a corporate event, a company milestone, or it's somebody's wedding day, which is the biggest day of their life. It's so important for us to be invested in people and make sure that we give it our all. So I think that that's really important for us here. I also think it's important to be grounded, and we've great staff who really nurture and look after the younger ones who come in that maybe are a wee bit shyer.